So this last portion, we talked about the web strategy, and I just pulled a few things out, but obviously the three main things that Michael spoke about was focusing on the fact that it's a series of pages, and within each page, we've got to think about who is coming to the site, what we want them to do when they're on that page, and then how we will get them to do it. He said that many times, and so anytime a speaker is saying something repeatedly, we know it's important. Got to remember it. So he also kind of emphasized that this number 2, what we want them to do, it's sort of like our goal. So I thought that was pretty important as well. He talked about social media, the importance of it, and different ways to think about it. I thought it was interesting that he said to focus on fewer platforms. Just get, more of a following, just kind of focus. And to me, that's sort of, I don't know, it feels good. Because I got so many things to do, and I'm sure you do too. So I thought that was good. And then probably my favorite thing that he said, what's more important, eating for a week or, refreshing your website? So I thought that was pretty funny. There's a lot of little things I added as well. Your website is never done. We all just sort of, it's difficult to get it to a point, and you think you're done and you don't have to work on it so much, but not so much. So I wrote that down as well. Anything else?
It's great, huh? Pretty incredible what you did there. Wow. Don't you see how you can do more with others than you can do alone? And that's the bottom line. I don't do anything by myself anymore.
How about we just give Jocelyn a nice round of applause? Thank you, Jocelyn.
Are you guys ready? Are you ready for the wrap up?
Yes.
Here we go. Are you ready for the wrap party tonight? Yeah. Wow. Okay. So here's the thing. What we know is that marketing does not get you clients. From a practical perspective, when we look at the work that we do not focus on getting clients with marketing. We just focus on creating awareness. We also know that there are certain people you're meant to serve, and others, as my mother would say, do it with me, not so much. And we also know that Book Yourself Solid is a love story disguised as a business book. A love story between you and all of the inspiring clients that you'll serve, and maybe even a love story between you and the whole concept of marketing and selling. So now we know that we have how many self-promotion strategies? 6. And we know that 3 of them are mandatory and 3 of them are optional. Networking, is it mandatory or optional? Mandatory. Direct outreach, mandatory or optional? Mandatory. Referrals, mandatory or optional?
Mandatory.
How about speaking?
Optional.
How about writing?
Optional.
How about web strategies?
Optional.
Except, of course, a good website that is a direct response tool that starts a conversation with the client. Good. Now, once we create awareness with these marketing strategies, with these self-promotion strategies, I'm going to do this just to mess with the camera guys, so they don't know where I am. Good. Now, over here, we've got our foundation, and we built our foundation on the first day. We know there are how many building blocks to this foundation? 4. And the reason we need a foundation is so that when people come and check us out, they know that this foundation was built for us. That when they stand on it, it feels solid. And these 4 building blocks include the red velvet rope policy of working only with ideal clients, clients that energize you, inspire you, and most importantly, allow you to do your best work. Because what happens out in the world when you're doing your best work? 2 things. People start talking about your best work, and you love every minute of the work you do, which inspires you to do more of it, which compels you to do more marketing. So you might actually like marketing as an opportunity for full self-expression. Then, of course, you now understand why people buy what you're selling. You have a target market. You know the needs and desires of the people in the target market. You know the single biggest result you help people get. And you know the deep-rooted core benefits of that result from a financial, emotional, physical, and even spiritual perspective. And now the third building block is my favorite. And I think yours too. Developing a personal brand identity, as confronting as it may be, to stand in front of the people you want to serve and tell them what you stand for. To say, ta-da, I stand for this, and the best thing for you would be me. Because you have a who and do what statement, so you can do that. I help you do this. You have a why you do it statement, so you can tell them why you get up every day to do this work. And you can turn that why you do it statement into a tagline. So you decide how you're known in the world. And because you've got all three of these building blocks in place, you can talk about what you do any which way till Sunday. 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 weeks, 3 years, it doesn't matter. But because you also have a keep in touch strategy, you will keep in touch with these people, and over time, they will know that you help them get what they want. They will know your brand identity. They will know why you get up every day to do this work. And if this foundation is solid, then they will reach out. They will give you their hand. They will give you an opportunity to earn their trust. Trust built in an instant? No. It's built over time. So then, what do? You got to have a plan for building trust and credibility. So what you do, you make sure that the standard credibility builder is in place. You make sure that your likability factor is high. You make sure that you feel confident saying, I'm an expert in this. And if you can do that, then you design the sales cycle. No barrier to entry offer, so it's easy to engage with you. And then you start to make other offers that are proportionate to the amount of trust that you've earned. That's critical. Sales offers must be proportionate to the amount of trust that you've earned. That's the linchpin of the Book Yourself Solid system. And now we also mastered a keep in touch strategy. So we know how to keep in touch with the people inside our sales cycle. And of course, we discovered a really, really easy way to organize our information products. Lead generating information products, small ones, just to get that lead, and really big ones, books, programs, workshops, etc. And those information products will give you more offers. They will help speed up the pace of your sales cycle. And they will demonstrate more credibility. And then yesterday afternoon, we mastered perfect pricing. You saw the different pricing models that you have available to you. You learned about framing, about anchoring, about how to use incentives, bonuses, etc. You also now understand that the way that you price yourself reflects how you value yourself. And as a result, you're raising your prices, aren't you? Say yes if you are. Yes. Oh, that was weak. I got to take a break. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just say yes with me just to give me some energy for the close. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So, once you got the perfect pricing in place, now the whole sales conversation gets super simple. And you now have a 4-part formula that you can use to have a sales conversation. It's not a script. Doesn't always happen like that. But if you know what that potential client wants to achieve, and if you know why, and they know why, and they can articulate why, you can then say to them, would you like help with that? And if they say yes, you can say, would you like that to be me? Because I do my best work with somebody just like you. And they say, what do you mean? I say, well, you're my ideal client. What do you mean? Well, I've noticed that you're collaborative, that you do what you say you're going to do, that you have a big heart, that you care about other people. And I do my best work with somebody just like you. Who do you think she wants to work with? The person that honestly does their best work with someone like her, or the person that will work with anybody that's a pulse in a checkbook? Answer is obvious. And when you have all of this built, guess what happened, guys? What do? You book the business. And the process repeats itself again and again and again and again. And that, my dear friends, my lovers, is the Book Yourself Solid system. Do you like the Book Yourself Solid system?
Yes.